Hey guys, we're here with more GlynAllen Castle. We are now in the very fancily named the living room with a very fancy designer, Mr. Matthew Fredrick. So you walk in, you're like, there's a lot of wood and you've made this such a bright space, but what did you see in the before when you walked in?
When you first came into the room, it was just dark. The floors were dark, the walls were dark, the ceiling was even dingy, and it was a cloudy day to boot.
So what did you do in this room to create this light and airy space?
It's a really big space, and it eats light very easily. The biggest thing was centering these white panels, and my craftsman actually copied the detail of the existing panels, and we just mirrored those forward. Painted them not only white, but in a European high gloss white, so it's got an amazing shine to it, an amazing ability to reflect light, whatever light does come in naturally. And then we placed lights around the room to reflect on the ceiling to also kind of give it some ambiance in the center of the space where it tends to be dark. Putting the cabinetry around the sofa as well not only let me hide wiring, but let me define the center of the room so I could create vignettes around that, and by painting it white also creates a bright area in the middle of the room.
So what would you say to someone who would feel really overwhelmed by walking into a giant space? How do you create livable moments?
By placing furniture in a certain way. Large rooms often have invisible walkways and hallways in them, so if you can determine where the hallway would be or how people are going to walk through the room, that will let you start placing your furniture to create the different areas and make it livable, even though it's a big space. So by placing these little mini rooms inside of the larger room, I think it really has a good balance to it.
So your advice sort of would be put the walls where you would want them to be in your ideal world, and then sort of build them with furniture or sort of built in.
Yep.
What are some tips to creating mini rooms?
Don't overstuff it. A big room, I think with a large room, a lot of people think you need big furniture, tall furniture, and a lot of furniture. And I've actually intentionally done quite the opposite with this room. Even though we have 2 sofas and several chairs and some love seats and things like that, it could have handled a lot more. But I wanted wide open walkways, I wanted a breathable space, and I wanted people to see the architecture as much as enjoy the room as a whole.
So if you had to sum up this room in 2 words.
Can I give you a sentence?
Oh my God, so great, go.
Elegant living for everyday life. I think it's a beautiful, elegant, sophisticated room, but there's no reason why you can't come in here on a Saturday or Sunday morning, have coffee, hang out in socks.
I love that, elegant living for everyday life. That needs to be your book, unless it already is.
No. In the works. In the works.
Thank you so much.
Thank
This
you.
really is
Appreciate
gorgeous. For more GlynAllen, keep watching and subscribe to Spaces. Have you done it yet?
I will.
See? Hey guys, you're watching Spaces. Love what we have? Subscribe and find us on Tumblr, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. I'm there. See you soon.